Welcome. Join me on an extraordinary exploration, a journey to the very heart of our planet's most wonderfully wet and enchanting destinations. We shall venture forth into realms where the skies weep tears of joy, nurturing landscapes of unparalleled beauty and sustaining life in its most vibrant forms. These are places not merely defined by their persistent, beautiful rainfall, but sculpted and brought to life by it, each droplet a note in an unending symphony of nature. Prepare yourselves to be transported to corners of the earth where the air itself hums with the energy of falling water, where emerald greens are impossibly vivid, and where the very fabric of existence is interwoven with the rhythm of the rain. These are not lands of gloom, but oases of profound vitality, each shower a life-giving elixir that paints the world in hues of astonishing intensity. The rainfall here is not an interruption, but a constant, reassuring presence, a defining characteristic of these unique ecosystems. As we embark on this immersive experience, I encourage you to close your eyes for a moment, if you will, and imagine the soothing sound of rain. Picture it pattering on broad leaves, rushing in nascent streams, or misting gently over ancient mountains. Let that calming cadence be our companion as we delve into the stories of these magnificent rain-kissed sanctuaries, uncovering the secrets and splendors held within their perpetual moisture. This is a celebration of rain in all its glorious forms. Title 1, Monsoons, the Zenith of Precipitation. Title 52. Our first destination takes us to the Khasi Hills of northeastern India, to a village that holds a truly remarkable and somewhat damp distinction. This is Monsoons, a place officially recognized as the wettest inhabited spot on Earth. Here, the monsoon winds, heavy with moisture from the Bay of Bengal, are funneled by the terrain, unleashing staggering quantities of rainfall, an annual average that can exceed 11 meters. Imagine, if you will, a continuous deluge that shapes every facet of life and landscape, a testament to the sheer power of atmospheric forces. The result of this extraordinary precipitation is a world saturated in green. The landscapes around Monsoons are a breathtaking tapestry of verdant hues, from the deepest emeralds of ancient forests to the vibrant lime greens of new growth. Mosses carpet every surface, rocks, trees, even the pathways, creating a soft, yielding underfoot. The air is thick with the scent of damp earth and burgeoning life, a constant reminder of the water that sustains this incredible ecosystem. It is a place where nature's palette seems to have an infinite variety of green. The people of Monsoons have, of course, adapted to this relentless downpour with remarkable ingenuity. They use traditional nups, full-body umbrellas woven from bamboo and banana leaves, to shield themselves as they go about their daily lives. Their homes are built to withstand the constant moisture, and their agriculture is timed to the rhythms of the rain. Life here is not a battle against the elements, but a harmonious dance with them, a deep understanding forged over generations of coexistence with the ever-present life-giving rain. Observing Monsoons is to witness the profound influence of water on a grand scale. The sheer volume that falls here carves deep valleys, feeds roaring waterfalls that appear almost spontaneously during the height of the monsoon, and sustains a biodiversity that is as rich as it is resilient. It is a living laboratory, demonstrating how life not only endures, but thrives under conditions that many would find challenging, painting a picture of nature's incredible adaptability and the beauty forged by its most persistent expressions. A short distance from Monsoons, nestled in the same cloud-embraced Khasi Hills, lies Cherrapunji, or Sora as it is locally known. For a long time, this town held the title of the world's wettest place, and though it now shares the limelight, its relationship with the rain remains legendary. The monsoons here are not just a weather phenomenon, they are the very soul of the region, shaping its culture, its traditions, and its most astonishing natural architectural wonders. The air crackles with anticipation as the monsoon approaches, a life force awaited by all. Perhaps the most iconic symbols of Cherrapunji's unique adaptation to its watery world are the living root bridges. These are not built, but grown, patiently guided by the Khasi and Jaintia peoples over decades, sometimes centuries. The aerial roots of the Ficus elastica tree, a type of rubber tree, are trained across rivers and gorges, intertwining and strengthening over time to form robust living structures. These bridges are a breathtaking testament to human ingenuity working in perfect harmony with nature. a sustainable solution that becomes stronger with each passing year and each monsoon. The monsoon culture in Cherrapunji is deeply ingrained. Festivals celebrate the coming of the rains, which replenish the land and ensure its fertility. The sound of rain is a constant backdrop to daily life, a rhythm that dictates the pace of activities. Traditional farming practices are meticulously adapted to the heavy rainfall, with terraced slopes and specific crop choices. The local folklore and music are often inspired by the rain, the mists, and the dramatic landscapes they create, reflecting a profound connection to this powerful natural force. Beyond the root bridges, the landscape around Cherrapunji is a spectacle of deep gorges, mist-shrouded cliffs, and countless waterfalls that plunge into the valleys below, particularly during the monsoon season. Nokkalikai Falls, one of India's tallest plunge waterfalls, is a sight to behold, its waters fed by the relentless rains. Exploring this region is like stepping into a living watercolor painting, where the boundaries between land, water, and sky blur into a mesmerizing, ever-changing vista of natural artistry. Title: Tutunendo, Colombia, a rainforest drenched in life. We now journey across the globe to South America, to the Choco region of Colombia, home to the small town of Tutunendo. This area is nestled within one of the most biodiverse tropical rainforests on Earth, and it experiences some of the highest levels of rainfall anywhere in the world, consistently receiving over 11 meters annually. Here, the rain is not an event, but an almost continuous state, a warm, life-sustaining shower that drenches the landscape in perpetual moisture, creating an environment of extraordinary fecundity. The tropical rainforest climate of Tutunendo is characterized by high humidity and stable, warm temperatures year-round, creating ideal conditions for an explosion of life. The sheer density of vegetation is astounding. Towering trees form a multi-layered canopy, festooned with lianas, orchids, and bromeliads, each vying for their share of the dappled sunlight that filters through. The forest floor is a rich tapestry of ferns, fungi, and decaying organic matter, constantly recycled by the warm, wet conditions, fueling new growth in an endless cycle. This constant deluge supports a staggering array of fauna. Tutunendo and its surrounding rainforests are a hotspot for biodiversity, teeming with countless species of insects, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. Brightly colored poison dart frogs, a signature of neotropical rainforests, thrive in the damp undergrowth. Monkeys chatter in the high canopy, while elusive jaguars, ocelots, and tapirs roam the forest depths. The air hums with the calls of exotic birds, from vibrant toucans to iridescent hummingbirds, each perfectly adapted to this watery realm. Exploring Tutunendo offers an immersion into a world where water is the dominant force, shaping every aspect of the ecosystem. Rivers swell rapidly with the downpours, their waters a vital artery for the forest. The persistent rain washes nutrients into the soil, cleanses the air, and provides the essential hydration for every living organism. It is a powerful reminder of how crucial these rainforests are, not just for their incredible biodiversity, but for their role in global weather patterns and as vital carbon sinks, truly the lungs of our planet, kept breathing by the ceaseless rain. Our journey now takes us to the South Island of New Zealand, to a region known for its dramatic, untamed beauty, the catchment area of the Crop River. This is not a town or village, but a wild, remote river valley located in the Southern Alps. It holds the distinction of being one of New Zealand's and indeed the Southern Hemisphere's rainiest locations, with annual rainfall figures that frequently exceed 10 meters, concentrated in a relatively small, mountainous area. The sheer force of nature is palpable here. The remoteness of the Crop River Basin contributes significantly to its pristine character. Access is challenging, often requiring helicopter flights or arduous treks through rugged terrain. This isolation has preserved a landscape largely untouched by human development, a wilderness where ancient forests of beech and podocarp cling to steep mountain slopes. The constant downpours feed the river, which carves its way through the landscape with formidable power. Its waters often a torrent of churning white rapids and deep, clear pools. The beauty of this area is raw and elemental. Jagged peaks, often shrouded in mist and cloud, loom over the valleys. The vegetation is incredibly lush, adapted to the super-humid conditions. Ferns of all descriptions proliferate, from delicate fronds to giant tree ferns, creating a prehistoric ambiance. Mosses and lichens coat every surface, turning rocks and fallen logs into soft green sculptures. The air is invariably cool and crisp, carrying the scent of damp earth and the roar of the river. The constant downpours are a defining feature, shaping not only the physical landscape, but also the unique ecosystem that thrives here. The high rainfall contributes to the rapid erosion of the mountains, feeding sediment into the river systems. It also means that the flora must be resilient, able to withstand waterlogged soils and frequent inundations. For those who venture into this wild domain, the experience is one of profound immersion in nature's power, a place where the rain is not just a feature, but the architect of its dramatic and untamed splendor. At the foot of a volcanic giant, we travel now to the African continent, to the southwestern coast of Cameroon, and the village of Dibuncha. This small fishing village lies at the very foot of the imposing Mount Cameroon, an active volcano and the highest peak in West Africa. Its unique geographical positioning is the key to its incredibly wet climate. Dibuncha is one of the rainiest places in Africa, experiencing substantial rainfall throughout the entire year, a direct consequence of its proximity to both the mountain and the Atlantic Ocean. Mount Cameroon acts as a formidable barrier to the moisture-laden winds blowing in from the South Atlantic. As these warm, wet air masses are forced to rise up the slopes of the volcano, they cool and condense, releasing their watery bounty almost directly onto Dibuncha and the surrounding coastal plains. This orographic effect means that while other parts of Cameroon experience distinct wet and dry seasons, Dibuncha enjoys, or perhaps endures, a near-constant state of precipitation, creating a perpetually verdant environment. The year-round rain sustains a lush tropical rainforest ecosystem that cloaks the lower slopes of Mount Cameroon. This forest is rich in biodiversity, home to numerous species of plants and animals, some of which are endemic to the region. The constant moisture allows for a profusion of growth, with towering trees, dense undergrowth, and an abundance of epiphytes. For the local communities, who are primarily engaged in fishing and small-scale agriculture, the rain is an integral part of life, influencing their daily routines and traditional practices. The landscape around Dibuncha is a dramatic interplay of volcanic rock, dense jungle, and the ever-present ocean. Black sand beaches, a result of volcanic activity, meet the churning waters of the Atlantic. The air is heavy with humidity, and the sounds of the rainforest are often accompanied by the gentle, or sometimes torrential, drumming of rain. It's a place where the raw power of volcanic geology meets the life-giving persistence of tropical downpours, creating a unique and dynamic coastal environment. 1. Big Bog Maui. Our journey takes us into the heart of the Pacific, to the Hawaiian island of Maui. High on the eastern slopes of Haleakala volcano lies an extraordinary place known as Big Bog. As its name suggests, this is a vast, high-altitude peat bog, and it is renowned for its exceptionally high rainfall and the ethereal, misty conditions that frequently envelop it. This is not the torrential downpour of a monsoon, but often a persistent soaking mist, or a gentle, almost constant drizzle that sustains a truly unique ecosystem. The misty rain of Big Bog creates an atmosphere of profound tranquility and mystery. Visibility can be limited, with the landscape fading into soft, diffused light. This constant moisture, combined with the acidic, nutrient-poor soil of the bog, has given rise to a specialized and fascinating array of flora. Many of the plants found here are endemic to Hawaii, and some are specifically adapted to the harsh conditions of this high-altitude wetland. Dwarf trees, stunted by the challenging environment, mingle with unusual grasses, sedges, and vibrant mosses. Among the unique flora of Big Bog are species like the ohia lehua tree, which can survive in various forms from tall forest trees to dwarfed bog shrubs, its bright red blossoms providing a striking contrast to the muted greens and browns of the bog. Rare Hawaiian violets, greenswards, and carnivorous sundews also find a niche here, each with its own strategy for thriving in this waterlogged, misty world. The ground is often spongy and saturated, a testament to the relentless precipitation that defines this habitat. Exploring Big Bog is like stepping into another world, a primeval landscape sculpted by water and mist. The air is cool and damp, filled with the subtle sounds of dripping water and the whisper of wind through the low-lying vegetation. It serves as a critical watershed for East Maui, slowly releasing its stored water into the streams and rivers that nourish the lower slopes. Big Bog is a delicate and vital ecosystem, a testament to nature's ability to create beauty and diversity, even in the most challenging and perpetually damp of environments. Sichuan Province, Mount Ma, Mount Ma, Mount Ma, Mount Ma, Mount Ma. The very air here seems to vibrate with an ancient, serene energy. The phenomenon known as the Sea of Clouds is a hallmark of Ma Shan. Due to its altitude and the moist air currents, the mountain is often wreathed in thick, rolling clouds that fill the valleys below, creating the illusion of a vast, ethereal ocean. From the higher peaks, one can look down upon this stunning spectacle, with other summits appearing as islands in a milky white expanse. This ever-changing tapestry of mist and cloud lends the mountain an otherworldly quality, enhancing its reputation as a place of spiritual enlightenment and natural wonder. The high rainfall and persistent mists sustain a rich and diverse ecosystem. The slopes of Imei Shan are covered in dense forests, ranging from subtropical evergreen forests at the base to coniferous forests and alpine meadows near the summit. These forests are home to a remarkable variety of plant species, including many medicinal herbs, ancient rhododendrons, and towering firs. The moisture also supports a vibrant array of wildlife, including the Tibetan macaque, often seen by pilgrims, and numerous species of birds and insects. The spiritual atmosphere of Ma Shan is palpable. Dotted across its slopes are numerous monasteries and temples, some dating back many centuries. Pilgrims have trod its ancient pathways for generations, seeking solace and enlightenment amidst the serene, mist-shrouded landscapes. The gentle patter of rain on temple roofs, the swirl of incense smoke mingling with the mountain mists, and the distant chanting of monks all contribute to a profound sense of peace and timelessness. Ma Shan is a place where nature's grandeur and human spirituality converge in a harmonious, rain-blessed sanctuary. Returning to Colombia, we visit Quibdó, the capital of the Chalco department. Like Tutunendo, which we explored earlier, Quibdó is situated in one of the wettest regions on Earth, receiving an immense amount of rainfall throughout the year. This city, predominantly inhabited by Afro-Colombian communities, pulses with a unique cultural vibrancy that has been shaped in part by its exceptionally humid and rainy climate. Here, life flows with the rhythm of frequent, often heavy showers. The Afro-Colombian culture in Quibdó is rich and dynamic, a fusion of African heritage and Colombian influences. Music and dance are integral to daily life, with infectious rhythms like curulao and chirimia often filling the air. These cultural expressions are resilient and joyful, reflecting a community that has thrived in a challenging environment. The frequent rain, rather than dampening spirits, often seems to be just another element woven into the fabric of their existence, a backdrop to celebrations and everyday activities. The frequent showers in Quibdó are a defining characteristic of its climate. It's not uncommon for the city to experience multiple downpours in a single day, ranging from light drizzles to torrential tropical storms. The Atrado River, which flows through Quibdó, is a vital lifeline for the region, its waters swelled by the constant precipitation. The city's infrastructure and the daily routines of its inhabitants are adapted to this ever-present moisture, with covered walkways and a general acceptance of getting wet. Despite the challenges posed by its climate and often limited resources, Quibdó is a place of remarkable human spirit and natural abundance. The surrounding rainforests, sustained by the heavy rainfall, are incredibly biodiverse, although they face threats from deforestation and mining. The people of Quibdó possess a deep connection to their environment, their traditions and livelihoods intricately linked to the rivers and forests. It is a city where the resilience of culture and the power of nature are on full display, under skies that frequently open to bless the land with water. The weeping walls of the Rainiest spot. We return to the Hawaiian archipelago, specifically to the island of Kauai, to behold a place with a legendary reputation, Mount Waialeale. Its name translates from Hawaiian as rippling water or overflowing water, a fitting description for what is often cited as one of the wettest, if not the wettest, spots on Earth. The summit of this ancient shield volcano receives an average annual rainfall that can exceed 11,500 millimeters, creating a landscape of almost unimaginable saturation. The extraordinary rainfall on Waialeale is due to a combination of factors. Its conical shape and position relative to the moisture-laden northeasterly trade winds mean that as the air is forced upwards, it cools rapidly, releasing its immense water content. The summit is almost perpetually shrouded in dense cloud and mist, and the ground is a soggy, treacherous bog. Few have ventured to its actual peak due to the extreme conditions and challenging terrain, making it a truly wild and untamed place. One of the most spectacular consequences of this immense rainfall is the phenomenon known as the Wall of Tears or Weeping Wall. On the eastern face of the mountain, countless thin waterfalls cascade down the near-vertical fluted cliffs, especially after heavy rains. These streams of water, appearing like tears streaming down the dark green moss-covered rock, create a breathtaking and deeply moving spectacle. It is as if the mountain itself is weeping an endless supply of life-giving water. The ecosystem of Mount Waialeale and its surrounding Alakai Wilderness Preserve is unique and fragile. The constant moisture supports a dense native rainforest, characterized by ohia trees, giant ferns, and a profusion of mosses and lichens that carpet every surface. This area is a critical watershed for Kauai, feeding the rivers that sustain life across the island. Waialeale stands as a powerful monument to the forces of nature, a place where the sheer abundance of water has sculpted a landscape of dramatic beauty and profound ecological importance. Our journey now takes us to the far south of Japan, to the island of Yakushima. This subtropical island, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is famed for its ancient cedar forests with some trees known as yakusugi, estimated to be thousands of years old. A key factor in the longevity and majesty of these forests is the island's exceptionally high rainfall. It is often said that it rains 35 days a month on Yakushima, a playful exaggeration that nonetheless captures the essence of its perpetually moist climate. The rainfall on Yakushima is indeed prodigious, particularly in its mountainous interior. This constant supply of water nourishes the ancient Cryptomeria japonica, or Japanese cedar trees, allowing them to reach immense sizes and incredible ages. The most famous of these, Jomansugi, is believed to be between 2,000 and 7,200 years old, a silent, colossal witness to millennia of rainfall. Walking through these forests is like stepping back in time, the air thick with the scent of cedar and damp earth, the light filtering softly through the towering canopy. The near-daily rainfall creates an environment where mosses thrive with an extraordinary exuberance. Entire sections of the forest floor, tree trunks, and rocks are carpeted in thick, vibrant green moss, giving rise to landscapes that seem to belong to a fairy tale. The Shiratani Unsuikyo ravine in particular is said to have inspired the forest settings in Hayao Miyazaki's animated film Princess Mononoke, and it's easy to see why. The interplay of ancient gnarled trees, crystal-clear streams, and the pervasive, luminous moss creates a scene of profound and mystical beauty. The ecosystem of Yakushima is a delicate balance, sustained by the pure, abundant water. Rivers and waterfalls are numerous, their waters exceptionally clear. The island is also home to unique fauna, including the Yakushima macaque and the Yaku deer. The respect for nature is deeply ingrained in the local culture, and efforts to preserve this unique environment are paramount. Yakushima stands as a remarkable example of how consistent, life-giving rain can foster ancient ecosystems of unparalleled beauty and resilience, a true natural treasure. Title: Milford Sound Fjords carved by ice, adorned by rain. We return once more to New Zealand's South Island, this time to the world-renowned Fiordland National Park, and specifically to Milford Sound. While technically a fjord carved by ancient glaciers, Milford Sound is perhaps most famous for its dramatic cliffs, dark waters, and the sheer abundance of waterfalls that cascade down its precipitous rock faces, many of which are fed by the region's extremely high rainfall. This is a landscape of monumental scale and breathtaking, raw beauty, perpetually refreshed by water from the heavens. Milford Sound receives an average of over 6 meters of rain per year, making it one of the wettest inhabited places in New Zealand, and one of the wettest places in the world accessible to visitors. This immense rainfall has a profound impact on the scenery. On rainy days, which are frequent, the sheer cliffs come alive with hundreds, if not thousands, of temporary waterfalls, appearing as silver ribbons against the dark, glistening rock. Even on clearer days, permanent waterfalls like Bowen Falls and Stirling Falls plunge spectacularly into the sound. The towering granite peaks, such as the iconic Mitre Peak, rise almost vertically from the inky waters of the fjord, often shrouded in mist and cloud, adding to the mystical and imposing atmosphere. The lush temperate rainforest clings precariously to the steep slopes, its vibrant green a stark contrast to the gray rock and dark water. This rainforest is a unique ecosystem, adapted to the high rainfall and shaded conditions, with a rich understory of ferns, mosses, and lichens. Cruising through Milford Sound is an unforgettable experience. Seals can often be seen basking on the rocks, and dolphins and occasionally penguins play in the waters. The sheer scale of the landscape is humbling, a reminder of the immense power of geological forces and the shaping influence of water, both frozen as glaciers and falling as rain. Milford Sound is a testament to nature's artistry, a place where every downpour enhances its dramatic grandeur, ensuring its waterfalls flow with vigor and its forests remain intensely alive. Our exploration now takes us to the Fjordlands of western Norway, to the municipality of Sogndal. Nestled at the inner end of Sognefjord, the longest and deepest fjord in Norway, Sogndal is surrounded by majestic mountains and incredibly lush green valleys. While it may not boast the extreme rainfall figures of some of our previous destinations, it is characterized by a persistent, gentle drizzle and frequent overcast skies, which contribute significantly to the verdant beauty of its landscapes and the fertility of its agricultural lands. The climate in Sogndal is maritime, influenced by the proximity of the North Atlantic and the Gulf Stream. This results in mild winters for its latitude and cool, moist summers. The persistent drizzle, often a soft, fine rain that can last for days, keeps the soil consistently damp and the vegetation exceptionally green. The valleys around Sogndal, carved by ancient glaciers and now home to thriving farms and orchards, are a patchwork of vibrant fields and deep green forests, a testament to the life-sustaining moisture. This gentle but constant precipitation feeds numerous rivers and streams that flow down from the surrounding mountains, their clear waters eventually merging with the deep blue of the Sognefjord. Waterfalls, though perhaps not on the scale of those in Milford Sound, are common features, tumbling down rocky inclines and adding to the picturesque charm of the region. The air is often fresh and clean, carrying the scent of damp earth and growing things, a truly invigorating atmosphere. Life in Sogndal is closely tied to the rhythms of nature and the characteristics of its climate. Agriculture, particularly fruit farming, flourishes in the fertile valleys, benefiting from the ample moisture. Outdoor activities such as hiking in the mountains or kayaking on the fjord are popular, with locals and visitors alike embracing the often misty conditions. Sogndal offers a different kind of rainy beauty, not one of torrential downpours, but of a persistent, nurturing moisture that paints the landscape in serene and soothing shades of green. Title: Hilo Tropical Gardens Kissed by Rainbows. We journey back to the Hawaiian Islands, this time to the eastern side of the Big Island, to the charming town of Hilo. Hilo is renowned as one of the wettest cities in the United States, receiving abundant rainfall throughout the year. This consistent moisture, combined with the rich volcanic soil and warm tropical climate, has transformed Hilo and its surroundings into a veritable paradise of lush tropical gardens, vibrant flowers, and, quite frequently, spectacular rainbows. The rainfall in Hilo is often characterized by gentle, warm showers, though more intense downpours can occur, especially during certain times of the year. This regular watering from the heavens ensures that the vegetation is perpetually green and flourishing. Everywhere you look in Hilo, there are explosions of color from tropical flowers, orchids, anthuriums, hibiscus, and countless other exotic blooms thrive in private gardens, public parks, and even along the roadsides, creating a feast for the eyes. One of the most delightful consequences of Hilo's frequent rain and sunshine is the common appearance of rainbows. It's not unusual to see brilliant, full-arc rainbows arching across the sky, sometimes even double rainbows after a passing shower. These ephemeral displays of color add to the magical, tropical ambiance of the town, and are a constant reminder of the interplay between sun and rain that defines Hilo's climate. The local saying, "No rain, no rainbows," certainly holds true here. Beyond its beautiful gardens and rainbows, Hilo offers a glimpse into old Hawaii, with its historic downtown, local markets, and a slower pace of life. The Wailuku River State Park, home to the impressive Rainbow Falls and the turbulent Boiling Pots, showcases the power of the water that shapes this landscape. Hilo is a place where the rain is not seen as an inconvenience, but as a life-giving force that nurtures an extraordinary abundance of natural beauty, making it a truly enchanting destination for those who appreciate the lushness of the tropics. 13. Bergen, a city embraced by rain and mountains. Our penultimate destination takes us back to Norway, to the city of Bergen. Known as the City of Rain or the City Between Seven Mountains, Bergen has a well-deserved reputation for its wet climate. Situated on the southwestern coast of Norway, surrounded by mountains and fjords, it experiences a high number of rainy days each year, a characteristic that has profoundly shaped its identity, its architecture, and even the resilient spirit of its inhabitants. Bergen's frequent rainfall is due to its maritime climate and its location, which exposes it to moisture-laden westerly winds from the North Atlantic. The surrounding mountains force this air upwards, causing it to cool and release its precipitation over the city and its environs. While the rain can be persistent, it often comes in waves, interspersed with brighter periods, and it contributes to the clean, fresh air and the vibrant greenery that surrounds the city, even within its urban spaces. Despite, or perhaps because of, its rainy reputation, Bergen is an incredibly charming and picturesque city. The colorful wooden houses of Bryggen, a UNESCO World Heritage Wharf, stand as a testament to its Hanseatic trading past, their reflections shimmering on the wet cobblestones. The narrow alleyways, bustling fish market, and the Fløibanen funicular, which ascends Mount Fløyen for panoramic views, often through mist or drizzle, all add to its unique character. Bergeners are well equipped for the weather, and there's a saying that there's no such thing as bad weather, only bad clothing. The rain in Bergen is not just a meteorological statistic, it's part of the city's soul. It washes the streets clean, nourishes the lush landscapes of the surrounding mountains, and creates a cozy, introspective atmosphere in its many cafes and cultural institutions. For visitors, experiencing Bergen in the rain is to experience it authentically. It's a city that doesn't just tolerate its rain but seems to embrace it, finding beauty and character in the ever-present moisture that defines its unique coastal charm. 15. Tofino Pacific storms and temperate rainforests. Our final destination on this rainy odyssey takes us to the wild western edge of Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada, to the small district of Tofino. Perched on the Clayoquot Sound UNESCO Biosphere Reserve, Tofino is renowned for its rugged coastline, expansive beaches, ancient temperate rainforests, and particularly during the winter months, its dramatic Pacific storms. Here, the rain is often a powerful elemental force, shaping a landscape of untamed beauty and fostering an ecosystem of incredible richness. Tofino's climate is heavily influenced by the Pacific Ocean, bringing mild, wet winters and cooler, often misty summers. The annual rainfall is substantial, nurturing one of the world's most magnificent temperate rainforests. These forests are cathedrals of green, with towering Sitka spruce, western red cedar, and hemlock trees, some many centuries old. The forest floor is a lush carpet of ferns, mosses, and salal, thriving in the cool, damp conditions created by the frequent precipitation and coastal fog. The phenomenon of storm watching has become a significant attraction in Tofino. From November to February, powerful Pacific storms roll in, lashing the coast with high winds and torrential rain. Visitors come specifically to witness the raw power of nature, watching massive waves crash against the rocky headlands and windswept beaches. This dramatic weather highlights the untamed spirit of this coastline, a place where the boundary between land and ocean is constantly and often violently contested. Beyond the storms, Tofino's rain is the lifeblood of its remarkable ecosystem. It feeds the myriad streams and rivers that crisscross the landscape, providing vital habitat for salmon, which in turn support bears, eagles, and other wildlife. The air is invariably fresh and tinged with salt and the scent of cedar. Whether it's a gentle drizzle nurturing the rainforest floor or a ferocious storm battering the coast, the rain in Tofino is an integral part of its wild, captivating allure, a place where one can truly feel the pulse of the natural world. And so, our journey through 15 of the world's most stunningly rainy destinations draws to a close. From the record-breaking deluges of Monsoons to the storm-lashed coasts of Tofino, we have witnessed the profound and diverse ways in which rain shapes our planet, sculpts landscapes, and nurtures life in its myriad forms. Each location, with its unique charm and character, reminds us that water is indeed the essence of existence, a force of creation and constant renewal. These places, bathed in persistent showers and mystical mists, offer more than just picturesque scenery. They offer a connection to the fundamental rhythms of nature. The sound of the rain, the scent of damp earth, the vibrant greens of water-fed Flora. These are sensory experiences that can soothe the soul and awaken a deeper appreciation for the world around us. I hope this exploration has inspired you to see the beauty in a rainy day, wherever you may be. Now, I would love to hear from you. Which rainy destinations hold a special place in your heart? Are there other wonderfully wet corners of the globe that you believe deserve recognition? Please share your thoughts and your own favorite rainy havens in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this journey with me, Jelsia Sheila, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for more interesting facts and fascinating travel content. There's so much more to discover about our incredible planet. Thank you for joining me on this rainy adventure. May the soothing sounds of nature always be with you. And don't forget, subscribe for more interesting facts and discoveries, right here.